What's up, guys? It's been a few weeks since I did a lively up yourself video, so I thought I'd get into a lively up your kicks video. Now, I've kind of been in two minds as to whether I should share this, because I'm going to look at New York compression or parallel compression in this video, and with it being such a tried and tested technique, and with me using it in such a heavy-handed way, I feel like I'm going to get a bit of criticism saying that I'm kind of doing it wrong according to the engineer's handbook. But to me, what I've done sounds kind of good, and hopefully, if people haven't already heard of New York compression, parallel compression, it'll inspire you to look into it yourself and maybe do a better job than I've done. But like I say, to me it sounds good, so I'm going to show you the video. Right, so let's get into it. Right, so I've got this loop here, and the percussion loop comes from this pack. You can see along the side here, Salsa, Alberto, Brazilian drums and percussion by the Loop Loft. And I've chose this specifically because the Surdo, if that's how you pronounce it, is kind of in the same range as the kick drum, and making the kick drum kind of lose center stage a bit. So I'm sticking an EQ on, and I want to see what kind of key the percussion is in. So you can see in the red box there, you've got an A note at that peak, and a C, and the big peak at the bottom was a C. So I'm going to say that this loop is in C major stroke A minor. So I've got my kick drum coming out of Big Kick by Plugin Boutique. So I've just updated to version, I think it was 1.4, so I'm getting this little message here. But as I say, I think the percussion is in C major A minor, so I'm going to tune my kick to an A. And straight away it's kind of feeling that it's fitting a bit more with the loop there. I feel like the kick's got a little bit too much body, so I'm just going to turn down the hold, tighten things up a little bit. Right, so on to the parallel compression. So I'm just going to add an audio effect rack, create a chain, and create another chain. So the first chain is just going to be the kick coming through as is, and the second chain is going to be my parallel compression or New York compression. And I'm going to use all three plugins for this, so you can use this technique no matter what DAW you're using. And I've got this compressor by Klanghelm. So with, it's just a real simple compressor, well, simple controls, but it sounds nice to me. I've got the confess, so you can hear without and with. So I've got the confess. I didn't read the instructions or PDF if it even came up on. I'm just going by what sounds good to us. So I drive the input without and with. So that's the original kick, and I'm just going to mix in the compressed kick. So without and with. So I know there's a bit of a change in volume, but you can hear the transient coming through a lot more. So the whole idea of parallel compression and New York compression is just to add to the source material without changing the character of it. So with the compressed signal, I'm losing a bit of bottom end, so I'm using this free simple EQ from Eareckon. add in a bit of 100 there, or quite a lot. Maybe a bit high for this purpose, but it sounds kind of good. So without the EQ, width, so I'm adding more bottom end, and again I'm going to unmute the original signal, turn the volume down a little bit, and then mix in my compressed and EQ'd kick. Without, with, this is a little bit louder there, so I'm just going to use this VU meter to try and get the peaks at about the same place. So without, I'll just have it peaking at 0, and with, you can see it's just under 1 dB louder in the peak, so I'll turn it down. So they're peaking at the same place there. Without, with, so you can hear the character hasn't changed, it's just got more bite, more body. So with the loop, without, with, so you can hear the kick is just driving through that percussion loop more. So I'm just going to name that, and then I can save that in my presets folder and just tweak it for each individual kick drum that I use it on. Alright, so in the spirit of these live loop yourself videos, I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to look at ways I can automate the kick drum. So I'm going to turn the kick drum into an impact that we can use at the beginning of a breakdown. So load up another audio effect rack, call the first chain dry, and the second chain I'm going to call verb. Sorry about that, the phone. So the second chain I'm just going to call verb and delay. And I'm going to use more free plugins. Trusty old Tal with the Tal reverb. And I'm going to use the Tal dub as well for the delay aspect. So I've got my dry signal muted, and I'm just going to use one of the presets here on the Tal verb. So I'm just going to use the dull plate. Turn the wet signal up and turn the dry signal down, because I've already got the dry signal in the effect rack there. So just mix it in with the dry signal. And then add the reverb. I was going to change it to a quarter note on each channel, with the left and right. And you see us do this before. Just set up the macros to control when the effects come in and out. So map the macros to the chain selector, and now when I move it to position 1 you get all the effects, and when it's at position 0 you just get the dry signal come through. Just going to draw in some automation. So you can imagine it's coming up to the breakdown now in the track, and then the breakdown hits, and that's what we have. Okay, so thanks for watching, and again, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, and that's it for now. Peace.